Okay, I want to do a very short video on setting up your Arduino IDE and Arduino Uno to enable you to upload new sketches to your DIGIduino. It's really simple. I've got it all documented out here on my GitHub, which there'll be a link below. I've now made this public, which is great. Have a read through. I should have everything on here that you need to get started, including 3D printer models, code, and a few other little guides. But let's jump straight into setting up your Arduino IDE. So, if this is the first time you've used your Uno to program an external chip, there's a couple of things we need to install to get it working properly. So first off, we're going to head over to File, Preferences, and Additional Boards Manager. Click on this, and we're going to, if we open up the programming guide as well in GitHub and just follow this through. So on your Additional Boards Manager, we're going to copy this URL and paste it into here. And we're going to hit OK and close this down. Before we do, just have these two settings ticked as well. This is going to help us if we have any errors later down the line. So OK out of there and hit this button here, and this is your boards manager. And you're just going to search for mini core. By now, this should display as this is linked to that URL we've just pasted in. If it doesn't, just shut down your IDE and reopen it and search again. It should be there. Rather than a remove button here, you should have install. So hit install and let that run through. There's also a couple of libraries we're going to need for the code. There is only two, so it shouldn't be too difficult. So you're going to click here where it says library manager. And we're just going to search for sevseg. And it's this top one here by Dean Redding. So again, hit install. And then we're also going to search for RTC by Mekuna. And we're just going to install this. So these are the two libraries to drive the 7-segment displays and the RTC chip. Once they're on, the final thing we need to do is program our Uno to be a programmer board, so we're not programming the chip that's on the Uno, we're going to be programming an external chip. Now fortunately, there is a bit of code already saved on a computer. So if you go to Files, Examples, Arduino ISP and open up this example, make sure you've got nothing plugged on your Uno and make sure you've got the right device selected in Tools. So Arduino, make sure it's on the right COM port, and we're just going to hit upload and let that run through. Great. So now our board and our IDE are all geared up to program your DIGIduino. So the next stage is we're going to have our blank sketch and we're going to go to Tools, and we're basically going to copy these settings over on the left, but I'm going to talk you through. So you're going to go board, mini core, 80 mega 328. That's the chip that's on the DIGIduino. Port, that should be the same as before. Keep all these as they're shown here. It's really, really important you change the clock to internal. If you don't, you could end up bricking your device. So do make sure you've got it on internal 8 megahertz. And then the variant should be the 328p, top one there. Finally, set programmer to Arduino as ISP, that top one there. And then we're all ready now to start uploading code to the DIGIduino. So what we're going to do now is plug the shield to the Uno, like so. That's all there is to it. And then we're going to take our movement out of the little bag they come in. Now this is a fresh one from the factory, so it's got absolutely nothing on it. Your one will receive this code we're about to upload to it to start with, but you're going to now be able to edit the code and maybe change it to add some new features. So this is a fresh board, there's nothing on here. So I'm going to plug that in. Now if you have a battery on yours, make sure you unplug it first, as it may cause damage to the battery. Now our movement is plugged into the Uno. We can now upload sketches to it, but the first thing I'm going to do on here is burn the bootloader. And that's going to run through there, and it's basically going to make the device capable of receiving code from the IDE. So that's all done okay. Your device will already have this on. Now I'm going to upload the code. So if we head over to the GitHub code, DIGIduino v1, and we have a look at this, we can just copy the raw file. I'm just going to paste it straight in to our IDE. And then rather than hitting verify and upload up here, we have to go through here, upload using programmer. This means it's going to this is going to program the external chip, not the one on your board, on your Uno. So hit upload using programmer, and this is now going to run through and upload the software to the movement. So let's watch this run through. There we go. So that has now booted up, and we can scroll through the features there. You can also have a look through the code, try and get your head around it, make some changes and re-upload it. Just make sure, obviously the difference that we're doing is clicking upload using programmer. If you don't hit that, all that happens is your software just freezes up. It kind of just gets stuck. You can now go through, change the code and upload it. So yeah, let me know what you think. If there's any other little tutorials you want me to do let me know. Just either drop me a message on Instagram, email me, or comment below. More than happy to jump on and do another short video like this. I've also opened a discussions page on the GitHub. I really want to try and engage a bit of conversation here, so go on here, put on requests for ideas that you want to see. It's the first time I've had a public GitHub, so I'm a bit new to this, but it looks like we can open discussions, chat about different features we want to install. This is going to be the place I really want to get into the code side of it. And yeah, that's all for now. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do with your DIGIduinos, and that's going to be all for today. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you found this useful.